Hello, I'm T. Hoffman. I'm the managing principal here at Law Strategy Coach, and I hope everybody's having a great week so far. I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about a topic that's really personal for me, but I suspect many of you may be suffering from some of these same symptoms. So here are a couple of questions. Have you ever been described as a bad listener? Someone who's disorganized? Do you fidget often? Do you forget things? Do you interrupt people? Do you find that you can't finish tasks easily? I will tell you that in my mid 30s, and again, I was having a very successful career at this time, I found myself almost overwhelmed by many of those symptoms. I finally went to see a doctor who referred me to a psychiatrist who diagnosed me with ADHD. I will tell you at that time, I was almost like, oh, I was just flabbergasted, quite frankly, that I had ADHD. I'd always done well as a student, and as a child, no one had ever thought that I was hyperactive or anything like that. But what I have come to learn since my diagnosis is that ADHD is not a bad thing. In fact, it can be a really good thing, especially for lawyers. Now, why am I bringing this up to you? Well, believe it or not, 12.5% of all lawyers have been diagnosed with ADHD, according to the American Bar Association. Now, that's compared to about 6% of all adults. So, when you think about ADHD or ADD, just know that we are twice as likely to suffer from those things, ADHD or ADD, as the rest of the population. But why is it a good thing? Well, it's a good thing because I will tell you that if you can learn to harness your ADHD or ADD, then you can utilize the energy and the strength and the ability to be creative in a way that will actually propel your career forward. But you do have to create some quote unquote hacks in order to make it work for you. I actually subscribe to a magazine called Attitude, ADDITUDE, that gives some great hacks on almost a daily basis on how to cope with ADHD or ADD, but there are many, many, many other resources out there. And I know with COVID, there are ways to actually get a diagnosis online. So what I would encourage you to do is if you think that you may have ADD or ADHD, even in your 40s or 50s, go out and get tested. Take one of the online tests. Figure out how you can actually turn what you may see today as a weakness into a strength to help move your career forward. Now, I hope you'll check out our online training. It's at lawstrategycoach.thinkific.com, and I also hope that you'll reach out to me. T@lawstrategycoach.com is my email address. That's TEA@lawstrategycoach.com. I'm not a doctor, so I obviously can't diagnose you with ADHD, but I can tell you that it is so treatable and manageable if you can figure out how, again, to harness all of the energy that and creativity that we have and use it in a really positive way. Now go make it a great week.